Hey everybody, it's DM Doc with the Bros and Dragons podcast, and I am here with Tom Benson, one of the players. Say hi, Tom.
Hi, Tom.
Why does everybody use the same joke? All right,
Oh, sorry. How's it going?
doing good, doing good. For those that don't know, Tom is actually when we started the group was our first DM and the creator of the world of Odura, which we will be playing in. Um, which is funny because I think if I remember right, the original maps weren't drawn north to the top, south to the bottom.
Oh, that old thing, huh? Yeah, it was a little crooked, a little sideways, so everybody had issues with north, south, east, west, because everything kind of laid, I don't know, on a diagonal.
Hey, it was fine when I finally figured it out, but by the time I figured it out, you already redrew the.
I had to redraw it.
All right. So, Tom, the first question I think everybody has is did you play this game with Gary and Dave in their garage when they were creating it?
I thought about that when that was mentioned. I don't think I might have been old enough for that. Well, I guess maybe they could have invited an like 8-year-old when they started it, but no, I didn't.
All right. Well, then, what is the honest background, D&D wise? Like, when did you start? What rules did you use? Which ones don't haven't you used?
So let's see. I started the very first time was back in '84, with the red box, the basic set. Played probably, I don't know, about a year or two, and then moved away from it for years till '91. And we played the Advanced Dungeons and Dragons second edition. Did that about 2 years, and then moved away from it until when did we start? Like 14, 2014, I think.
I don't take those kind of notes. I have the
Yeah.
date years in game in my notes, but I don't have
Right.
the actual.
So well, when we started what Advanced Dungeons and Dragons second edition, and then we moved straight to what they call it, E5, 5E, next, whatever this latest edition is. um, yeah, and that's where we went.
Yeah, and it was a lot of fun. I like the 2E rules, but I'm glad we skipped the other ones, especially having all the new people in the group. Now, when you first started playing, I think I know the answer, but can we talk about what kind of characters you've played and which ones you kind of
Uh,
prefer to play?
so well, actually, my very first character was a fighter. I didn't know anything about the game, so it was easiest to start with. Then I moved to the thief. Before it was called a rogue. That is by far my favorite character to play. But I've played a cleric, barbarian, warlock. I think those are the only ones that I've. Druid, bard. I think those are the only ones I've actually played. But
So,
by far, the rogue is my favorite to play.
so you mentioned this bard. Can you tell me a little bit about your
Oh
bard?
God, my bard is. Well, I don't think she's quite dead right at this point. But yeah, who was that? I forget his character's name. Decided to fireball us and knock me out, knock himself out. That would be Mike if you've seen the video already. So yeah, she's kind of in limbo right now. We'll see what happens with her as we role play it out. But she's being held against her will. Yet she might be going a little crazy, I think. But we'll see how that plays out.
And those that want to follow the short story, if you join the freeform boards, which are going to be in the on the links on Twitter, you can follow those in and actually read the stories as we come up with them and see how some of the brainchilds work, and also see how retarded we can get with some of our storylines as well. So yeah, you've always rolled your own character, or the two times that you've had pre-rolled characters, was that just when I gave them to you in our games, or?
Yeah, we always rolled our own characters. And so, we'd choose race, class, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, the two times that we've had pre rolled characters has been with you. So, which is pretty interesting. It's actually kind of like it because you don't know what you're going to get. You have no idea where you're going, where you've been, but it usually plays out pretty well.
So the first time we did that, I got a hardcover for Christmas, Escape from the Abyss, which is from Wizards of the West Coast, and we were playing through that with pre-rolled characters. Did you feel the game went better, or did you think it was lacking because people didn't get to choose their own stuff?
No, I think I mean it went just as well, if not better. I actually lucked out and got a rogue, so so it worked out pretty well for me. But I think the players got into it, trying to figure out what they should do, where they should go. So it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, as a DM, that was actually pretty cool. So if you're watching this video and you're thinking about using it in one of your campaigns, pre-rolled actually did make it interesting. Now, can you tell me what you know about your pre-rolled that we're going to be playing in about 32 hours here?
Um, well, don't know much. Came with just a assortment of a few numbers on there. I think one piece of the background was on there. Um, However, I kind of figured out the class of my character, but I won't give it away until we play it and let it play out. But yeah, I figured that out. But other than that, I don't know much. It'd be interesting to try and find out where that character goes. Um, what I think what we get ability score. I think that was about it, really. What they look like, and that's about it.
Yeah, at least you know what you look like. So with the amnesia technique, how do you think that's going to play out in the game? Do you see that being a positive or negative thing in the campaign?
I don't know. I think it could go pretty interesting. I know I have some thoughts on how I want to play that out a little bit. I'm sure the other players will really enjoy it, or not. But I think it'd be interesting to try and figure out who the character is.
So I think it's funny because Dan, I think, is the only one who hasn't said, "Well, I have some ideas on my character and how this is going to come out." So I like
Or
how that's going to play out too. Okay, well, you're the old guy of the group, but for some odd reason, and I haven't got John in on this yet. We have to get him interviewed. You figured out Twitter before John did, so why don't you go ahead and give yourself some plug there?
yeah, it's at Bros Old Guy, just like it sounds. Drop me a line. I'll try and reply back. Gotta admit, I'm not very good at the Twitter thing, but I'll give it a shot and see how it goes. But yeah, it is kind of funny that was he the youngest guy? Hasn't quite figured it out at all, and the old guy has kind of figured it out. But we'll see how that goes.
Let's boost those numbers. If you're watching this video later on, jump on some Twitters. Even if you don't use it, it'd just be fun to watch Tom freak out as his numbers go up. It's at Bros Old Guy, BROSOLDGUY. I think you're coming up on 100 followers, and I think that was if I was watching Big Bang Theory, right? That's when Sheldon got excited. So
Right, 94, I think I'm at right now. So yeah, I was pretty excited. I was like, wow, people are following me. I don't know if that's good or bad, but you can always come there and make fun of me. That's fine.
we're planning to have a question and answers section when good questions come in. Tom's going to take that. He's definitely one of the more experienced players. When it comes to the rules, we've noticed he picks up a little quicker, probably because he's read all the other rules, and then I think he probably used the original pamphlets. We still haven't got to the bottom of that one. We got to get
I've seen them, but I've never owned them, unfortunately.
So you can follow us at Bros and Dragons on Twitter. We have a Bros and Dragons podcast fan page. We have a group. Join it. We have an email, brosanddragons@gmail.com. Please submit your homebrew. Homebrew ideas, I wouldn't even thought about that. Came from Tom. And I love it. I love the creativity that's come about it. And I want you guys to have the same experience I did when I was homebrewing some stuff and Tom put them into the game. I know it's exciting. It makes it a little bit more personal. If you want to become a guest player, shoot us an email at brosanddragons at gmail.com. We will put you on the list to do that. And Tom will attempt to find out how to become a rogue and steal all your stuff. I've seen him do it. If you have any other questions, shoot us any kind of email. Subscribe to this page, like these posts, like these videos, and stay tuned as we venture on this podcast together. Remember to always live your dreams.